I want you to remember what you did when no one else believed in you. What did you feel? What did you see that no one else saw, that no one else felt? Remember that moment. That is your superpower. It's unique to each individual. It's at your disposal anytime you need it. It's yours. Nobody can take it from you.
You want to know a crazy universal truth, though? If you want other people to love you, you're actually wanting love from yourself. If you want other people to accept you, it's because you actually don't accept yourself. See, the world is just a reflection of yourself. What you're searching for from the external world is really just what you're truly wanting from yourself. So you have to learn to fill yourself up first. And if you do that, you'll realize that you don't need anything from anyone.
This is the most incredible method I've ever seen. I learned it some years ago. Just rewrite your goals every morning. Because every time you write your goals down, you're programming them into your subconscious mind. When you program them into your subconscious mind, you set up a field of vibration within your brain. And this law of attraction, based on this field of vibration, attracts into your life people and circumstances that harmonize with your dominant thoughts. What you do is you create a force field, which we cannot explain scientifically, but it is a field of vibration that goes out from you and attracts back into your life everything that you need to realize your dominant goals. You can have anything you want. Anything that you can hold in your mind on a continuing basis, you can have. Anything that you are crystal clear about wanting and are willing to pay the price to get, you can have.
Your limitation has nothing to do with how much money you have right now. Your limitation has nothing to do with how many people believe in you or how many people do not believe in you. Your limitation has nothing to do with your past failures. Your only limitation has everything to do with your development and use of your imagination. If you can see it here and you have the courage, the audacity to work, believe, suffer to bring it out into the world, anything is possible for you.
Truly understand who you are. Learn yourself. Learn yourself. Learn your pros and your cons. Get your flaws. Get them out the way, but with you, not nobody else. Nobody. This is a you and you thing. Of the shit that you know you need to work on. I'm telling you, people, when you really look yourself in the mirror and you start to pick yourself apart by yourself, there's only room for improvement.
Nothing here is permanent. That's why it is super valuable. Tomorrow you may be gone, I may be gone. That is what makes it super valuable, isn't it? So make this happen, that you in your life, you will not waste your life generating one negative thought, one negative emotion, one negative word, one negative nonsense. Do what really matters, because it's so brief and so precious.
150,000 people died yesterday, though. Do you get that? And you're still here. And you can't find something to be grateful for? You're still complaining about your little teeny tiny struggles. But I bet that if given the option, every single one of those 150,000 people would be glad to change places with you right now. You're alive, your heart is beating, you have food, you have water, you have shelter, you have clothing, you have a few people that love you. You have so much to be grateful for. Stop focusing on the things that you don't have and the things that you want, and start focusing on what you do have. Life isn't about having the things that you want. It's about wanting the things that you have.
Can I stay true to what I said I would do long after the mood that I've set it in has left? Can I stay true to what I said I would do long after the mood that I've set it in has left? So what we read, what we watch, what we listen to are often precursors to the thoughts that we have. Oftentimes we look at the things that we're trying to accomplish. No, who is the person that I'm trying to become? I would often ask people, what's more important? What you acquire, what you accomplish, or who you become, right? Who we become will last a lot longer than the things that we seek to accomplish or even accomplish. And so when we talk about commitment device, when you have a goal, when you have aspirations, when you have things that you want to do, what are the things that we can put in place that can keep us committed?
Man, you've changed. You've changed. Success doesn't change you. It changes the individuals around you. Because what happens is now those individuals see your success. The same individuals that you say, you can't do it, and they watch you do it. Now what happens is when I talk about with each win, it's a little bit more lonelier because what you're doing is you're creating separation from everybody else. We have so many individuals here paying attention to their enemies that they forget to watch their friends.
You don't start things and not finish them. You don't quit. There's nothing that comes out of quitting besides knowing that you didn't finish. We finish everything. You start it, finish it. If you're going to do it to try and be the best. Not be better than other people, be the best for you.
Do your best. Do the very best you could do. And look, whatever the outcome is, the outcome is. It's not like you can control the outcome. You can't. In life, you just can control your attitude. You can control your effort. You can control what you put into it. And sometimes you have to be okay with that.
A lot of people ask, when is my life going to change? Your life is going to change when you decide to change. Your decisions create your destiny. We want this, we want that, yet we don't do anything to change. If you decide to change, truly decide and are 100% committed, decide means to cut off from, no other option. If you do that and start moving towards the things that you want, there will be change. It might not be perfect. You might not get exactly what you want, but I 100% guarantee you that you will have change moving in the direction that you want.
Your dreams should terrify you. That's the point. They should push you outside your comfort zone because they are the opposite of a sure thing. But that doesn't mean following your dreams has to be impossible. Even on the hardest days, there should be nothing you'd rather fight for. So find that thing, the one that calls you to keep walking down that path. Trust it because you're worthy of it.
Are you willing to sit in the struggle long enough to find your authentic voice?
Here's the next attitude disease, overcaution. Some people never will have much. They're too cautious.
Just the most basic ones of like living the life that you don't want, not wearing what you want to wear, not dating who you want to date, not living where you want to live. Like you're living at home and you want to move and your parents say no and you don't make the move, or you're dating a girl because she's socially accepted, by your friend group. She's safe, but like there's always some distance in between you, but you're like, I don't want to risk it, right?
If you can view yourself acting in a courageous and forthright manner and encountering the world and trying to improve your lot and taking risks, in a non-naive way, well, then you have something that you can comfort yourself with at night when you're wondering what the whole damn point of your futile and miserable life.
We actually have to re-embrace risk on a personal level and on a societal level. We have to take the risk of freely exchanging ideas because that's where innovation happens.
But if this happens, and on top of that, if this was to happen, look at the fix I'd be in. I better not try. Then I'll tell you what changed my whole life when I finally discovered it's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky.
We have to take the risk of being able to invest and reap the benefits of that risk. In a personal relationship, getting married is a risk. It is foregoing a current benefit for a future gain. Every decision you make is a risk. The biggest risk of all, of course, is the decision to be free and to take responsibility for your own choices.
If you think trying is risky, wait till they hand you the bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. See, it's all risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. Somebody says, yeah, but I'm looking for safety and security. Fine, then huddle in a corner.
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, there is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything except my faith.
If you go into the land of the stranger, which is exactly what you do when you try out any new endeavor, right? When you start a new job or when you start a new educational enterprise or when you start a new relationship, doesn't matter. You're out there in unexplored territory.
I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Fall forward. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward.
And the same thing happens to you when you start a new job. And you'll find that when you start a new job, especially if you've stretched yourself a little bit beyond your zone of comfort, that you very much feel like an imposter, right, when you're first there. And then the question is, well, how do you master that? And the answer to that seems to be, Well, it seems fairly straightforward. If the place that you're in has any degree of possibility, if it isn't inhabited by demons, so to speak.
Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important.
And the idea of just living an okay life just sounds so terrifying to me, that the freedom to fail over and over again is still more fulfilling to me. At least it feels like it's real than walking through kind of on autopilot. And so I think that's a lot of the choices that other people make that seem insane to me now didn't seem insane to me a decade ago. You know what I mean? I think it's just like, as you practice taking more agency, taking more responsibility for the decisions, then you just get better and better at it. And then it just seems more and more ridiculous. You're like, I just can't quit my job.
The best way to act is to lift your aim upward and attempt to get your act together and to tell the truth and to live a meaningful life and to do difficult things, all of that. And that is the best way of mastering a new territory. And by all probability, the degree to which you're able to act that out is precisely proportionate to the degree to which you're going to become a master in that territory. And that sort of thing can happen a lot faster than people think.
You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something.
Don't ask for security. Ask for adventure. Better to live 30 years full of adventure than 100 years safe in the corner. And see, it's not important how long you live. What's important is how you live.
You'll see everything I'm talking about today. You'll see what I mean about taking risks or being willing to fail. Because taking risk is not just about going for a job. It's also about knowing what you know and what you don't know. It's about being open to people and to ideas.